This tutorial will take you step by step through creating the database. Now we're going to start with the database tables. It's probably a good idea that you load this video in one window and have it split screen with your database in another. So for example, you can have this video playing here, I've just got a database open, and you can have your database here where you can then copy what's in the video and check with your own database. So we'll start with the productions table. Okay, let's pop that into design view. Now, first of all, we're going to start with production ID, and then production name, location, production type, duration, price, deposit, and balance due. Note production ID is the primary key. And down on the general tab under format, we're going to go open speech mark, pro, close the speech mark, and 000. Okay, so when we create a record in our table, it will have the unique ID, so it will be a 3-digit number, but it will also start PRO. Also note that production type is a lookup as well as location. So for now you can put those in as text, but we will come back once we've created all the tables and create all the lookups. When it comes to deposits, it's a calculated data type. For the expression, put price multiplied by 0.3. Now price, if you look closely, there's an open square bracket and a closed square bracket. So open square bracket price, closed square bracket times 0.3. The same for balance due. So we start with price in the square brackets minus deposit, also in the square brackets. So what this will do is when we put a price in, we put the deposit in, which is the 30%, that calculates how much that is, and balance due is the money that's left over to pay. Now you can pause this screen on the video and make sure that your table productions has got the same fields, the same calculated fields, and the lookups that this table's got. Have a go. Okay, the next table we'll create is production type. If we pop into design view, it's only a small table. Production type ID, which is the auto number. Note under format, I've got a code there. Okay, so open speech mark, pro type, close speech mark, and 3 zeros. Then the production type itself. Okay, and if we have a quick look in data, that's where we'll have play, pantomime, and musical. So you can now create production type. Notice when I'm saving and naming tables, I'm starting all tables TBL, then the name. That's a good format to use. Okay, so if you do the same, make sure every table name starts TBL, then the table name. Right, now you can create table production type. So next we'll create our table for the roles in the performances. So if we have a quick look at the data we've got the role ID, we've got the performance, and we've got the role. So for example, in Oliver Twist, we've got Oliver, Mr. Bumble, the Artful Dodger, Nancy, and so on. So let's have a quick look in design view. First of all, we start with role ID, auto number, and the primary key. The next is the performance name, and finally it's the role. So very quickly you can create table roles. Okay, so table number 4 is table locations. Again, another small table, just literally the different locations where the performances are going to take place. So Cardiff, Birmingham, Manchester, Swansea. Yours don't have to be the same as mine. You can choose your own cities. Into design view, so we start with location ID. Note the format, open speech mark, LOC, close speech mark, and 3 zeros, and then just one field for the location. That's what you're creating. So if you pause the video now and go ahead and create table locations. Okay, the next table is table customers. Now this is a bigger table. You can see I've just put some dummy data in just to get it started. So if we drop into design view, we're going to start with customer ID, primary key, and the auto number, noting the format for the ID row, which is open speech mark CUS, close speech mark 000. We've got a company name, contact title. That will be a lookup field. We haven't created that table yet, so you can just pop that in as text. Customer first name, contact surname, the building name or number, the street, the town, the county, the postcode, their telephone number, the business type. This will be another lookup, just pop it in for text for now, and customer booking as well. Okay, so you can pause the video and create table customers. Okay, so our next table, table 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, table number 6 is performers, table performers. Let's have a quick look at the data. Again, I haven't filled out all of it, just a few to get it started. So that's what we're creating. So if we drop into design view, we're starting with performers ID. Again, it's the auto number, it's the primary key, and note the format down there as well. Okay, we've got the performer title. That's going to be a lookup. Let's make a note of that there. Okay, but we'll pop that in afterwards. Then you've got the performer's first name, their surname, gender, date of birth. Notice the date of birth is a time and date data type. We've got the house name, or number, the street name, town, county, postcode, country. We've got a mobile number, we've got home number, email address, and then we've got employed and available. Now these are both yes and no lookups. We've got role assigned. Okay, that is that's a lookup, so you can just put that in for text for now, and then we'll come back and do the lookups. And then we've got production assigned, and that is also a lookup. Okay, so put that in as text, and we'll come back and create the lookups after. So you can pause the video again and create yourselves table performers. Okay, the next table is table titles, small table. You can see the data there. We've just got literally the titles that we use for the customers and the performers. So if we drop into design view, we've got title ID, auto number, primary key, note the format down there, and then a row or a field for title, and that's all it is. So you can pause the video and create table titles. Okay, the next table is table productions schedule. So this is where we're going to schedule the performance date, whether it's a morning or an afternoon performance, whether it's been booked, and hold some of the payment information as well. Okay, so if we drop into design view, we're going to start as normal with the primary key, okay, schedule ID, which is an auto number, and we'll give the format down there a unique code as well. So open speech mark, SCH, close speech mark, and 3 zeros. Performance, okay, we'll look that up from the performance table, so you can put that in as text for now. The location, we'll look that up from locations. Performance date, now that's a date and time data type. We've got AM and PM, we want those as a check boxes or tick boxes, so those are yes and no. Booked, whether the performance has been booked, yes or no, so that's yes or no data type as well. Customer, the customer ID, that's going to be a number, in fact that's a lookup. Okay, so we're going to look that up from the customers table. Has the deposit been paid? Yes or no. Do we need to send an invoice? Yes or no data type. Balance paid? That's a yes or no. Reminder dates, okay, and booking cancelled? Yes or no. Now with reminder date, this is a calculated field as well, okay. Now in the spec it says if customers haven't paid, they'll produce a list of customers who haven't paid and give them a telephone call 7 days before the performance date. So we need to work out 7 days before the performance date, okay. So down in expression, we're going to type square bracket, performance date, which is whatever date appears here, close the square bracket, -7. So we're literally saying that date -7 gives us a date there, okay. So you can pause the video again now and go ahead and create table productions schedule. And finally, we've got table business type. Okay, so this is just whether the business or whether the customer, is a business, whether they're a school or whether they're a theatre. Another small table, if we quickly drop into design view, we've got business type ID, primary key, and it's an auto number, and then we've got business type. Okay, and again, just pay notes to the format there. Okay, yours doesn't have to be the same as mine. You can use a different code, but make sure you do use the code. Right, you can pause the video and go ahead and create business type.